wanted to make this video for so long, but I've now been part of Real for almost 2 years. I joined at the end of 2023, December of 2023. It has been so wonderful. Like, I have been part of 3 other brokerages before this. Wait, 4 other brokerages. I started at Keller Williams, and then I was at 3 different boutique brokerages, and one of them I was part of a team. So I feel like I've experienced all sorts of different versions of the brokerage world. I really like the way that the cloud brokerage operates. Switching brokerages is a bit of a hassle and it can get kind of expensive. So I thought about my decision for a really long time before switching to Real. And one of the things that I was very hung up on was my 100% commission brokerage. So I was at a very small boutique brokerage here in Tampa, and it was great. I love the owners, I love the people, but it just kind of felt like I had gotten everything that I could out of it. And I felt like my business wasn't necessarily growing as quickly as I wanted it to be. And I felt like I needed to be somewhere where I was surrounded by agents that I looked up to, where I could collaborate with others, where I could learn new skills, and just be somewhere where I would be pushed to succeed even further. It was very difficult for me, but the fees at Real really aren't that high, which we'll dive into later, but going from 100% to a fee brokerage definitely made me think about it a little bit longer than maybe some of you who are at a brokerage with higher fees. So that wasn't exactly what drew me in. What drew me in was the culture, the collaboration, the opportunity to make additional income that you can even use in retirement, which is so incredible, and it's not talked about that much by agents who switch to Real. So I really wanted to touch base on that. I have some statistics up here, and this just kind of shows about Real a little bit more. And we have over 29,000 agents at the time of filming this. So the potential for growth is incredible. We're in all 50 states. And I feel like there's a huge influx of agents now that we are really grasping for something that can kind of skyrocket our business in this new age of social media and kind of taking advantage of that. And this gives you so many master classes to learn from, where you can learn those tactics without having to leave the comfort of your house. I went to a conference where a bunch of agents were from Real, and nobody was pushy. Nobody brought up the fact that I should switch. They were just all so collaborative. They shared exactly what they were doing in their businesses across the country that was working well for them. They were even sharing their templates with me. The mindset of everybody was that we could all succeed. There's enough business for everyone. It wasn't catty. It wasn't competitive. And it was very much embodying the slogan, work hard and be kind. And that's something that I've always wanted to emulate in my business, is I think we can all go so much further if we helped each other and we were kind to each other, and we just actually enjoyed working with the other side during our transactions, and if we all kind of helped each other in this tough market. I met a couple agents there and I had some questions, but of course I was happy where I was at. So it was kind of a seed was planted in the back of my mind, and I thought about it for a few months. I wanted to go to a brokerage where I looked up to the agents. So I thought about different brokerages in the area. I thought about the different cloud brokerage options, and all the agents that inspired me and that allowed me to think more creatively in my business, they were all at Real, or they were all in the process of switching to Real. So I knew that there was something really special about the brokerage, and that's why I started to dig deeper. So I came from a small boutique brokerage, and we had monthly lunch and learns. So one of the things I really wanted to ensure was that it wasn't just a cloud brokerage. I wanted to be collaborating with agents local and online. So we do have coffee meetups here in Tampa, and wherever you're at, you probably have them in your city as well. Or if you don't, you can organize them. So there's an agent here who does a great job organizing. He's actually part of my sponsored agents, and he does a cafe meetup once a month where we just mastermind, meet other agents. Anyone is welcome. They don't have to just be Real agents. And we kind of just figure out what's working in our business and how we can help each other. So that was very important to me. We also have a great access to our brokers. Like, I have had a few issues with deals this year where I needed the broker to step in and talk to the other realtor on the other side and kind of help me work through some things. And that's one of the reasons why I really need a brokerage that will be there and be helpful for me. And that's something that I've heard some of the cloud brokerages don't have that accessibility. And that was very important to me. So this broker stepped in. She was amazing. Just get through the problems and the conflict. Really solidified why I'm here, is that they really do look out for you. It's not a super corporate environment, despite it being a pretty big brokerage. Two is we have access to a support. So if you have any tech issues, very easy to get answers with the support team. And we also have a 24/7 AI assistant that can help you with like silly little questions like, what's my license number? Like, where do I find this in the program? And blah, 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 stuff like that. We also have 30 live classes a week. So whatever's going on, AI is a huge topic right now. Whatever's going on in the current world, we are teaching and learning in these 30 live master classes per week. It's incredible. The fact that everybody's sharing so much knowledge is amazing. And we also have recorded classes. So if you can't make it to the live ones, I think it's over 250 recorded classes. And I'm gonna switch my screen to show you kind of how that platform looks.
This is one of my favorite tools that Real offers. You have so many categories. You have ones for new agents, how to make $150K your first year, ones for experienced agents and top producers, everything from building a viral brand to following up, the CRM, and these are all recorded. You can watch them at your leisure whenever you want. And then you also have 30 live classes a week. So this kind of shows you what they have in store right now. A big focus is AI. This is all of the classes in just a couple days. It is crazy how much knowledge is shared throughout this brokerage, and it's all taught by agents that are currently out and about and doing business. Next up is our portal, Reason. This is where you track all of your current transactions, you upload your documents for compliance, you ask any questions to our AI assistant, and so much more. We also have a marketing tab. This is where you can get templates that are done for you, presentations, buyer consults, all of that great thing, as well as merch. And then lastly is our Work Vivo platform. This is how we can communicate with all the agents across the country. You can find different groups, luxury, military, and we'll dive a little bit deeper into that later on in the video.
One of the biggest reasons I love Real is the way that they do revenue share. So I'm sure all of us are thinking about retirement in the future, or how do we kind of stop doing this whole like rat race and learn how to systemize our business and have a bit more flexibility on weekends, hanging out with family, friends, traveling. Like, one of the ways is revenue share. So any agent that signs up under you, you can make up to $4,000 thanks to revenue share if they cap. It's a great system because it doesn't take any additional income out of that person. So it's not like a team in a traditional sense, but you're still wanting that person to succeed. So you're still collaborating and sharing things that can help them succeed, because when they succeed and they cap, then you succeed as well. So it's kind of helped build this whole community, and that's why everyone helps each other. And the other great thing about this sponsorship is that you can actually name 2 sponsors. So you can have co-sponsors like the agent in a different state, and you know that they want to join Real, but you can't be as hands-on with them to help them out. So you connect them with another agent in that state, and then you can both help this new agent, and you both make up to $2,000 if that agent caps. So it's incredible. The other amazing thing about that is that you can actually earn up to 60% of the revenue share when you retire. Great way to have a monthly income coming in. And you can also have a beneficiary, so, which is really great. It's a way to kind of keep your legacy going. It's a way to keep income going for your kids or your family or your friends or whoever you name as your beneficiary. And that's a huge thing that a lot of agents don't talk about, the potential to have this retirement thanks to revenue share. I have to use my notes for this, but this is kind of the actual nitty-gritty of what it costs to be part of Real. So again, remember you get the revenue share. So the way I looked at it when I was joining is if I built a team of a couple people, then my revenue share, or then my split is covered. So you have an 85% to you and a 15% to Real split up until a cap of $12,000. So since you can earn up to $4,000 per agent, you basically need to just bring on 3 agents and then your cap is covered every year, which is amazing. You have no monthly fees, but you do have transaction fees. So this is great if you are more of a referral agent or you do slightly less deals. You don't have to pay the monthly fees every single month. You just focus on the transaction fees. Transaction fees are $285, and then when you hit elite agent status, it's $129. $750 a year annual fee. So just keep that in mind. It's broken up across the first 3 transactions that you do. And then there is a $249 sign-up fee and another $40 fee as well when you sign up. So just keep those in mind. And just to repeat, your cap is $12,000 if you're a solo agent and $6,000 if you are a team member, part of a team. So since it's a publicly traded company, you can actually buy stock and you can earn stock. So if you hit the elite status, you automatically get $16,000 in stock, which is amazing. And that happens every single year. Every year that you hit it, you get that $16,000. You can also earn stock if you teach classes. So if you teach classes and you share your knowledge, then you get to have more stock. So it's really a great benefit. You help others and then you also get paid for it. Wondering whether you should join Real because it might not be as prominent in your state, I implore you to consider the fact that that is a great opportunity. So one of the reasons I was excited about Real is that it's not that popular in Tampa yet. So basically what that means is with this huge referral network across the country, I could hopefully be the one that gets to connect with agents across the country, and I could be known as the Tampa go-to for any Real agents who have clients moving in and out of Tampa. So I built a lot of my business on social media, and that's one thing that is really important to me in a brokerage, that they are innovative, that they're progressive, that they're looking at these new ways of marketing, because cold calling and door knocking, like, yes, it does work, but you can't access that many people with cold calling and door knocking. My account reaches over 1 million people a month on Instagram. Like, I could never call that many people in 1 month. It's crazy. So I really wanted to be part of a brokerage that recognized the value of that. And I've actually gotten some speaking opportunities just from being part of Real already, which is so exciting. And I loved being able to share what I've learned in social media, and I loved connecting with people, and being on the panel and connecting with other agents was really an exciting opportunity. That I wanted to mention is the fact that you have a few different departments in Real. You have a Real luxury department, you also have a Real military department. So they do specific trainings. You have to qualify to be part of those groups. You have to sell a certain amount of properties to be considered in the luxury department, and you have to be either married to a military member or military yourself in order to be part of the military relocation group. So that's a great way to access other military realtors across the country. My husband's a veteran, so I get to be part of that military division at Real. The thing is that they do allow whole brokerages to come over. So they recently rolled this out, and it's called a private label. So basically, if you're part of a really small brokerage and you don't want to lose the name, you want to still act like a brokerage, you can still switch yourself over to Real, take advantage of all the trainings, have your agents watch all the trainings, and still market as a brokerage, but be part of Real. Because the amount of tools that we have at Real, it's just so hard for the small boutique brokerages to compete. One of the things I really liked is the CRM. When I was joining Real, I didn't really consider a CRM that much because in my business, I wasn't that focused on CRMs. I was very social media and like very basic newsletter. But at Real, you have an incredible CRM. So it's called Lofty. It used to be called Chime. And it's normally around $450 a month. And Real offers a huge discount. And we have partners with other companies as well. But they offer a huge discount at $40 a month. So it's a huge savings. And I've actually had a lot of success with it because I did not realize people would want to use this website. I thought every buyer just looked on Zillow, but I have buyers logging in on it every single day, favoriting properties, and I see them moving around in there. It's an incredible tool. You also have AI smart drip campaigns with Lofty. You have the website that has IDX directed to it. You have the home evaluation tool, and you can customize it as you want. And you even get a chat box. So you can see the conversations the chat box has, but it's a great way to keep somebody engaged as soon as they go on your page. And it automatically creates landing pages for all of your listings, which is great. And when somebody logs on to your page, all the beginning of the IDX is your current listing. So it's really great to share with your sellers as well. So those are just a few of my reasons why I have enjoyed being part of Real. And thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about Real, please reach out to me below. I also included a link to some of the breakdown of the fees a little bit more because I know that's a huge part of it. So please let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much for watching. If you would like to jump on a call or have any other more in-depth questions and want to talk through your situation a bit more to see if this would be a good fit for you, then please let me know. I'm happy to do a quick call or even a Zoom with you. Thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing day.